Hi, welcome to today's video. I'm going to be going over how to find the owners of mobile home parks in your market. This will be particularly useful to you if, one, you have a mobile home park you're trying to sell, so naturally you would want to get in touch with the other park owners in your area. And then two, if there's a particular market you're looking to buy a park, this will be a good way to also find out who owns those parks. Now, this is a very basic first step video geared towards mobile home parks specifically. I'll teach you how to, one, find the parks, and two, find the owners of the parks. But as far as finding phone numbers, emails, addresses of them, there's a lot of good info out there you can find on the internet already. So I'll just take you from step one of finding the mobile home parks, then the owners there too. So first step, moving over to my computer here. Number one thing I do is, one, Google the parks in your area. Right here I have MHPValue propped up, but just Googling mobile home parks and the city, state, whatever, it'll definitely bring up good options. Only issue with that is a lot of mobile home parks still aren't on the internet, so to speak. They advertise through very traditional marketing channels, whether that be just a sign out front, TV ads, newspapers. Just not, a lot of them aren't modernized to the way where they have a website and an address and all of that stuff just out there with a simple Google search. The good thing is MHPValue is a decent website as far as compiling data of parks in certain areas. The bad problem is MHPValue has a lot of outdated data, so you'll look up parks in a certain city and it'll list, let's say, 25, and 9 of them will be demolished back in 1990 something, and it'll still be there. So for the sake of this example, let's just go with a random town. I'm going to go with Panama City, Florida, just because I know it's an easy area to research. Some are going to be harder than others depending on what the municipality gives as far as research tools. But Panama City, Florida, we're going to go here to parks section after you search it. These are all a bunch of different parks. Like right here, this might be one that hasn't even been developed yet. Some of these might be old, but let's go with like Two Sisters Mobile Home Park, because I know this one exists. I just coincidentally know of this deal. Alright, Two Sisters Mobile Home Park. You have the address here and the zip code. Where you pull public property records is usually the property appraiser website. Sometimes it'll be called the county assessor, sometimes it'll be called the county auditor. Bunch of different things. Usually if you just go to Google and put the zip code, and there you go, property appraiser was up there, so we'll go with property appraiser. You could do property search too, is another term. So so zip code, property appraiser, or property search. Boom. And here we go, Bay County Property Appraiser. This one's easy. This is a better website than most, but it says property search here. Sometimes it'll be hidden. You have to go to a drop menu here, then pick one. And it gets complicated because they don't want to make it that easy to access. But every single tax record for all properties are supposed to be accessible to the public. Now, whether it's hidden behind a company and it doesn't give you the exact name of the owner, that's another story. And like I said, other content will teach you that. But this will just get you the official owner of said property. We go into property search, and typically on these, it's hard to search, so I usually don't do the whole address. I'll just do some. So in this case, I'll do 2418 Douglas and not Douglas Road, because sometimes RD will come up, but not ROAD. Boom, 248 Douglas doesn't work. All right, so now let's say the number's not working. Let's try Douglas Road. Okay, Douglas Road is coming up. I, in particular, what tells me is that this is the park, but this is like each individual lot of the park. So I'm going to go with just a generic Douglas Road and see what happens. And of course, it brings up a lot of different names, like expected, because it's the person who lives at that exact address. But there's one commonality here, as I'm seeing a lot of this, SJ and Brothers Land Development. Scrolling up here, and yeah, right here we have Two Sisters Properties LLC. Two Sisters Mobile Home Park. I would assume that's the owner. So there's a couple things you could do, and again, other videos will show this, but Two Sisters Properties LLC, I'll click on here. Sometimes they have the owner right here on the property card. And there, at least we have an address, so you could probably mail to that. Here, and sales, so now we see this is probably wrong because it says 140,000, but this person sold it for 1.5 million, and this is the current owner still. So Sonia Jones or Ingrid Richeski Partners, those are the owners of the park. And now you can go plug that into whatever phone number system you like, or whatever business program to pull up their phone numbers and get a hold of them that way. Right here, this is most likely their personal house, because typically the owner of the company has it rooted to their house unless it's a P.O. box. So a couple things you could do is do a property search on like white pages for that address and pull up the phone number through there. Or you could go on, let's go one step further because I just know it's Florida. We have Two Sisters Properties LLC. Just popular thing you could go to is sunbiz.com. Go to Division of Corporations, and when you're here there is search records, and you could search it by name, and I would plug in this name here. I know it's a link so it might not copy and paste over correctly. Alright, Two Sisters Properties LLC, and there you go, Two Sisters Properties LLC. Probably click on this, and there they are. So boom, personal address, that's their mailing address. Easy to find them that way. So anyways, this is kind of just a beginning first step. I hope this video helped you guys out. This was just to find other owners of mobile home parks in your market. If you had any questions about selling your park or wanted a free evaluation to know exactly what your park is worth, please reach out to me at MHPValue.com. We are the #1 company at maximizing your park value. Whether you want to sell, whether you want to buy, I can help you out anyway, free of charge for everything that we do. There's no upsells. Reach out to me direct, contact at MHPValue.com, or click the links in the bio. Thank you.